Welcome AA crew, AA gang, my AA people, the A team. Don't ask me why I do these. People seem to like them. I do often get the question, Albert, why do you do your stupid intros? I say I do them because I can. I've got the balls. What's up YouTube? This is Albert Aldridge, the nutrition coach of albertaldridgefitness.com. Thank you very much for clicking on the video. It's an absolute pleasure having you. If you want to go to the main part of this video where I talk about a helpful weight loss tip, a flexible dieting tip, and when I talk about how to feel less hungry during the week in order to aid your weight loss, then go ahead and flick along to this time. But first of all, I've had some people asking me about RCR Products, which is a supplement company based in Essex that sponsor me. I've had people request me to do a review video, which I am going to do in the near future, but just to show you briefly, they sent me out a pre-workout which is lemon sherbet flavour. I've nearly finished it and have been very impressed by it because of the amount of attention it's given me during my workouts. When I've used it, I don't use it all the time though, only when I really feel like I need a pre-workout. They've also sent me out a green apple flavour of the pre-workout. I went ahead and got some omega-3, 6, 9 fish oils, and I also got some raw nitrate from them. This will help aid performance. And finally, they sent me some of their new formula of whey protein, which I'm also going to try in the review video and in Days of Eating. There's a link to their website in the YouTube description, and if you'd like to get anything from them, then just use AAFIT10 in the checkout process so you can get 10% off your order. And a fashion tip, I got this watch recently from a company called Sleek Supply. You're going to see it featured in a lot of my videos because I'm very impressed with it. You can use multiple different straps with them because with this clock face you can purchase different straps online from their website which are different colours, so this watch can fit with any different formal outfit you have. If you do want to check out their website, that's also in the YouTube description, and you can use a discount code AAFitness20 in order to get 20% off your order if you decide to get anything from them. Anyway, on with the first topic. This is a useful tip for anybody starting a nutrition plan, whether they be working with me or doing any sort of nutrition plan. If you're trying to lose weight and lose body fat, don't start with something that feels too overwhelming. If you make drastic changes too quickly, the nutrition plan and the drastic change of your eating habits is going to come across as too overwhelming, as I said, and it's likely you're going to think this isn't sustainable, I'm going to give up and stop now, go back to how I was eating, and you're at risk of actually gaining weight again and going further past your starting point of the nutrition plan that you just tried to start. Say for instance, if you're somebody who's come from having eating habits where you just eat processed foods and foods from a packet, zero vegetables and fruit, what I'd recommend you do to start with is try to start introducing a little bit of fruit and vegetables into your diet every day. So say if at breakfast, lunch and dinner you just eat processed foods, try at breakfast taking a smaller portion of the processed food and introduce an apple instead into your breakfast rather than the rest of that processed food that you normally eat. So if you just have cereal, have say half the portion of cereal you'd normally have and incorporate a piece of fruit into that. You might want to do that every day in order to introduce one portion of fruit into your diet each day, but if that again is too overwhelming, then just have half an apple, or do that on all the weekdays and then at the weekend still eat how you'd normally eat. It sounds a bit counter to what a nutrition coach should recommend, but this gradual change will make the process seem a little bit easier, not too overwhelming. You're more likely to stick to the nutrition plan, but the end goal eventually is to incorporate 5 portions of fruit and veg into your diet every day in order to hit your micronutrient goals. And then after that you can start focusing on perhaps weighing foods, focusing a bit more on counting calories, and then start the weight loss process from there. Second tip, and this might come across as a little bit surprising, but I'm going to explain to you, if you're a flexible dieter and enjoy eating fried food, how to track fried food if you prepare it at home. I'm not saying that you should eat lots of fried food all the time. I'm just saying if you're a flexible dieter, you can still incorporate fried food into your diet while still hitting your protein intake for the day, your calorie intake if you're focusing on calories depending on what your goals are at the moment, and still getting your 5 portions of fruit and veg in a day in order to get your micronutrient goals. But here is how I would track the calories if I was deep frying food at home. I'm going to use an Oreo biscuit as my example. What I do is I take the Oreo biscuit, and a typical Oreo biscuit weighs around 10 grams and is about 50 calories. I'll place the Oreo in the batter mix that I'm using, in. And if you shop by the batter mix, then you can just look at the nutrition label on the batter mix. Or if you're not sure about the batter mix because you're using a combination of different ingredients at home, you can either take each ingredient and work out the calories from there, or you can just go on MyFitnessPal and look up generic batter mix and get the calories from there when we come to work out the calories at the end. And what you're going to do is put the Oreo into the batter mix and then place it in the deep fat fryer for the appropriate amount of time, then take it out and let it cool for a minute. Then what you do is you'll weigh the Oreo again, and let's say it roughly weighs 50 grams. So you're going to track that as 40 grams of batter, and then if you don't want it to be too overwhelming, what I do as a generic rule for anything that's deep fat fried, I always allow 1 tablespoon of oil, and it's about 80 calories per tablespoon of oil. Let's say the Oreo biscuit is 50 calories, then per 10 grams of the batter mix, it's about 50 calories again. So that's 40 grams, which equals 50 calories times 4. That equals 200 calories. So then what you do to work it out is get the calories of the Oreo, work out the calories of the batter mix, either using MyFitnessPal or the nutrition label on the packet, and then account for a tablespoon of oil on top of that. It's not 100% accurate, but it's not too overwhelming. Final tip: how to feel less hungry during the day if you're trying to lose weight and lose body fat. 1. Drink a large glass of water before and after a meal. By drinking a large glass of water, generally say like a pint or something, which is about 500 milliliters before a meal, when you put food into your stomach, the water and the liquid will help the food to expand slightly, making you feel fuller, and then having water at the end as well will just help to increase that feeling of satiety and help you feeling fuller for longer throughout the day, so you won't feel like eating for quite a long time after that meal. 2. Allow yourself a treat. This might seem a bit against what the general nutrition coach would advise. A lot of nutrition coaches would advise just to go for a piece of fruit or something as a snack, but if you're finding you're really craving chocolate, just allow yourself a cube or two of the chocolate you're craving. Let's say Galaxy, for example, and by allowing yourself a few cubes of that chocolate, make sure you take into account the calories, but you're having that taste in your mouth. You satisfied that craving for the taste, and you won't want that taste after that, so you might feel fuller for a longer period of time because you won't be craving the chocolate, and so you won't need to eat for a while until your next meal. This is very individual to the person though, so just experiment with this. I've just found personally with clients in the past, sometimes they've just stuck to eating really healthily, but even if they felt full, they've still been craving chocolate sweets throughout the day, so they've eaten the chocolate and sweets on top of the healthy snacks they're supposed to be having throughout the day. But again, it's individual to everyone. 3rd tip: keep busy. Just make sure you're doing stuff during the day, whether that's housework, going to work, seeing your friends, doing social events. Take your mind off food. Once your mind's off food, or personally when my mind's not on food, I find time goes quicker, and then when it's dinner time, I'm like, oh, well, that wasn't too bad. Hopefully those 3 tips were helpful though, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure you give it a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and if there's anything you'd like to see in the future on this channel, make sure you leave a comment in the YouTube section below. And if you'd like to send me an email because you're interested in my nutrition coaching, or if you'd just like some free advice, then please don't hesitate to contact me through my social media pages or by sending me an email. This is Albert Aldridge of albertaldridgefitness.com, the nutrition coach, signing out. I will see you in my next video.